just as promised. Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Ku... Indeed. The festival's tomorrow.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord...
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that... Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
I see. Sounds like you two had another... If there is another chance.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime.
Dia! You were...
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on.
It's all right, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble.
Even when you put it that way.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long... I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow...
Whoa, you're so thoughtful.
Here we are. It's also fairly close.
It looks really nice.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventure.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you...
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together? All of my friends will be working the festival. And Dia's still insisting on...
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly...
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning.
It's a deal. Good...
I may be too excited to fall asleep.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero Fest... Oh, no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting...
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have...
Not at all. Today is finally here.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the full...
You know it. Oh, it's just that, well, shall we? Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most...
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian, so what's the...
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukashava mushrooms.
So, the Sub-Zero festival...
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Samara uses vegetarian, then wouldn't the Pyro Archons festival be full of... Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan.
I hope...
Thanks. All right, how about...
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical...
What's alchemical divination?
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll...
Sure sounds random. So random.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, you...
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. Okay, one moment.
Paimon wants to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions?
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather...
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fear...
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as a...
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay.
They say the Sub-Zeros festival was very lively a long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zeros will be just as impressive.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat. Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zeros festival, the children have all grown...
The hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, all right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't...
Yes, Knight Ferris! Just what is going on?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zeros festival icon. And one of...
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can...
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies?
Whichever one.
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random
Ooh, those also...
And there's also lizard tail and
Huh? What's up with those?
Onikabuto is a little spicier than lizard tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick. It's all right. Paimon believes.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Attention! That's unfortunately...
Oh, Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you...
The Sunsetia-flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most important thing is that...
Really?
It's Night of Flowers.
Paimon really wilted the...
They all basically sound the same. We got our candies.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left some... Can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad, you probably forgot because you're so excited about...
How...
We're too late. Who knew
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute. Pause!
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Aramites don't look like they're up to...
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayani.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder...
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and...
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Mane! No wonder we mercs have...
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One...
Aren't your claws all dull by now?
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe...
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them. You're right.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for your...
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale.
I'm fine. My body always reacts like...
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all...
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, Traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care of the...
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Dia, your arm!
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally they...
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword.
about that. Well, I sold...
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was...
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make...
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but...
You're so unreasonable.
Thank you very much.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
My lady, your condition... Traveler, can you take...
Truly, I'm sorry.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Can't believe it's Elazar.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar, and I came to terms compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this. Its effects on my life, I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the... Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time. Since I was a child, all I could do was... I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more... Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy this way. When my final day does arrive, it will be... At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world.
As long as you don't forget Paimon. Paimon also won't forget about you.
Thank you two so much. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost...
Isn't the dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the part that Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah, we should...
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place with—
Over there! Someone's yelling at—
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. What?
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zeros Festival.
the Sub-Zeros Festival? The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency.
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them. This is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaning? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbha day that prohibits public art perform.
Understood. I will inform—
The Sub-Zeros Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's
Nilu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad,
Yeah.
let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance.
Nilu, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zeros so much. And I know—
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is... It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zeros Festival at this...
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zeros Festival, right?
The next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zeros festival a success, but Dunyarzad is running out of... Yeah.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable. The project has entered its most critical phase.
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you and... We should go meet Dunyarzad. Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go?
Sure! Traveler?
Scatter!
selling food over that way. Let's go take a look.
This is a stall offering foods from the Huft.
You are quite well informed, miss.
They're all plants. Oh, actually, what is the Huft?
It's one of the Sub-Zerus Festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendroarch.
Remnants appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. It means, but if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay. So, where to next?
Trust me. Just take my word for it.
This new shipment of items, they're also ridiculously overdesigned. So now. Things can't go on like this.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candies, don't...
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on? Is this a play?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus...
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad. Oh, do you want some Yalda candies? I happen to have some boxes ready...
What's to pick? Don't these boxes...
It's not that simple. Each box contains...
Ooh, how...
And there's also lizard tail and oni...
Ugh, why are those flavors... Traveler, help Paimon pick one.
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5. Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right. Huh? Are you saying that you instinct... But now that you mention it, Paimon also had the feeling you'd choose the right one. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? A feeling of deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already... In that case, Paimon also felt something like that. So why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things...
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got...
Charcoal-baked Angelina cake? Isn't it that... Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never That... thing? Isn't this going a bit too far? How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful. Then, you mean... That's impossible! We were just talking about how... So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times. How about... Is sitting by yourself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet again.
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to...
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness.
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't...
Whew. That's a big relief. But...
Not at all. I've always been like this. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will...
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like when...
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were...
Oh, Paimon sees. Then...
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha day that prohibits...
Understood. I will
the Sub-Zeros festival.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad.
It's okay. There's nothing we...
But you've been really looking forward to this.
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the Grand say...
True, but...
The next festival... I probably...
Wait.
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to...
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! Dunyard... So, in the end, you still couldn't figure out... Maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. That's why Paimon stopped... Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Observing a modest drop in the output of Jnana energy, but...
Continue to monitor the variances in the data and find them.
Why does Paimon feel so tired? Anyway...
Not at all.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda...
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler? Hey.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sub-Zero's Fest. Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? I have some...
Not much of a choice.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random And there's also lizard tail...
Huh?
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh.
Ha-ha! Paimon knew he always had incredible luck. Paimon's not really interested in... What? He was right about...
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning. Mind reading? X-ray vision?
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, where are you going? What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kind... What are you looking for? Why did we... Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there 2 Dunyarzads?
You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use
a knowledge capsule? Where did you get it?
You should use it too, Paimon.
You know Paimon? Well, this seems kinda sketchy. What the? This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? Have we been trapped in a single day? if it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't...
Let Paimon think. Oh, it's come... what about everyone else?
Your sense of déjà vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, it was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good. You passed the
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of just, I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after...
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its life.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful tools. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times, and the Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." That doesn't sound right. I need to care. The moon, illusions, and lie. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. My mind feels exhausted. Even... The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth..." That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. I need to... That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the...
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of...
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information.
Dunyarzad.
The Sub-Zerus festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of it.
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, and to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people.
Hey, it's you guys again.
He...
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest. Huh? What brought this about? I heard...
To put it another way, if you really...
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you too daydream? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find some...
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone true. It's so weird that people... Anyway, if this all really were just a dream...
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's a...
help you better?
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys what you just said. Are you serious?
Paimon, I knew you weren't going to believe...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, this...
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just... We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah, if we tap into Dia's strong sense of... At this time of day, Dia...
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you...
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss...
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around.
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
My mind feels exhausted. That doesn't sound right. People in Sumeru. That doesn't sound right. The moon. That doesn't sound right. Dia sold.
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You...
All right, so this is the situation...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and...
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's...
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and...
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people...
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you...
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like...
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeated. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to...
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia sage... Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule?
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the god of...
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical.
So, this Nahida you mentioned.
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to
compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for, but...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is... That doesn't sound right. What's happening right... That doesn't sound right. People in Sumeru don't... That doesn't sound right. My mind feels exhausted, even though I...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, compiling the entire country's knowledge, you think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there?
What's the point of doing something?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can... This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't...
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru...
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from...
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casual...
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if...
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being...
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never... The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you should focus on other things.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Dia!
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this...
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. It's as if I've already used it to fight a...
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle...
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kids?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read my...
Forget it. Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting... Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep.
Hey, what kind of an answer is...
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that... How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just...
Okay, no more.
That's why it makes no sense. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your... Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's what...
It's so strange and so against common sense that...
continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these...
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the samsara?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that...
Paimon Duke did that!
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been...
Paimon's flattered and everything, but...
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this... In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not...
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that?
So, what's your new...
The beep is a prompt. That doesn't sound right. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival. That doesn't sound right. Okay, Nahida said it. That doesn't sound right. I need... Mercenaries rely heavily... The moon? That doesn't sound... That doesn't sound right. If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that...
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just... That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zeru's festival hasn't happened yet. But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been...
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the...
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin?
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some...
Don't think too hard about it. Just...
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already got...
Yes! Your memory's being erased!
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training...
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous trainings. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style. And even the same swordsman...
Is it really impossible?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks. Whew! I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scalp? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deleted? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime. Yep, that's true. So, can we... Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel vision? How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe...
Early today. Did you find some...
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time...
leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've...
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked...
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations.
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy.
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you. Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City.
Should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon... It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go!
Why can't we leave the city?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct...
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the academia already announced a lockdown for... Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insight...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own... This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... What if things get really weird? Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as... And please... Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were...
Paimon, calm down. He's here now.
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forget.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective? I see. Using two people...
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching you.
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But...
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on...
Yep! Now we're
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha term?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the...
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now. Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened. Okay. See you. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed...
Okay. Now that you understand what's going on, let's hear...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is... I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you... But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside.
There's another part here. We only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like... And now, even the final space. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said, even the final...
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
My impression is that each...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zeru's festival, also later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind. Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces in?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey! Where are you? Do you want some alone time to think? All right.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no.
You're back! I've been waiting forever for... Are you ready to take your Sub-Zeru's exam and graduate from the fest... Okay. First...
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. Those spaces remind me of... That doesn't sound right. We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many... That doesn't sound right. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power... That doesn't sound right. People in Sumeru don't dream. We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. The moon, illusions, and lies. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound... That doesn't...
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha still... And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their... Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable? It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace.
That doesn't sound right.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to... The Akasha relies on... It is the manifestation of the god...
That doesn't sound...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain... But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to...
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human...
So in other words... The complete opposite. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. And the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from greater... The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. Those Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. My mind feels exhausted. Even... We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that..." That doesn't sound... That doesn't sound... That doesn't sound... That doesn't sound right.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to...
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream heart?
Very good, Paimon. Using an...
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real life...
Alright, last question. Who...
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions a hint that we're... That doesn't sound... They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation.
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanal.
Yes, those can wait until we're back. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions. You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully... Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short... Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be... Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't...
Never mind, Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up.
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, while their dreams are stolen from...
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's especially those whose health is compromised to begin with. Like Junior.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing!
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday?
Even you don't know the reason?
Wow, the Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have... Traveler, do you have any information?
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. That doesn't sound right.
Celebrate the birth of that... Could it mean... deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is after we end the Sub-Zero's festival samsara.
We have to look at— How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back?
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today!
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See?
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what—
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunya.
Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. Speaking of which, the old
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon,
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida.
I'm not beating myself up.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even...
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as...
Great, but how do we...
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, that means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how...
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from... Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change any...
Imagination?
What do you... Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at the tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more, the dream will respond in kind. And the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for... And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're... After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. As for me... during...
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her. Yeah, saving Dunyarzad, but we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see... Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably... So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a sim... Let's go ask him some questions.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to...
an experiment? That came out of...
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that an...
Less questions! More wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be fairest knight of flowers is because I'm...
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that? When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone... What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be... Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh!
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candy. Nice try, you two. Anyway...
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumped... Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The Homiyanis pay me, not you. You... fine, all right. Knock yourself... Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup.
That's close enough.
New propaganda
today.
And... Oh!
Come on, you coward!
Don't get frostbite. Freeze.
You won this one.
Spring forth! Propagate!
Now disappear! Let's get this show on the road!
Following orders. Scatter! Take that!
I'll be back.
Take that! Scatter! I'll take my leave.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad. Oh, and speaking of, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad. She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around. Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue. This is the place! It's rude to enter other people's spaces without Hey! The windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's fest, she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift. If we hadn't found this book, we never. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regret.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single... The Grand Sage has already granted you much leave.
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the Sage's plan, they wouldn't put... So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flower.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers.
Ah, that beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisara?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the god...
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting weird. Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu... So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to... How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusan?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made... As far as you know, people in Sumeru...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find...
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we...
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her... All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my child." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you?" In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the...
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she...
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection.
I see.
Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over, too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeros.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's fest. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What did you...
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing...
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Oh, a Traveler, Paimon. I have something... I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou perform...
Actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon and Dunyarzad.
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
talk about Dunyarzad first.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's Fest, among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for, where both will gradually fade until they complete. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it's still...
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily?
I thought you both are fine.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer.
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what...
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord... As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago?
Okay, so what does the message mean?
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to... Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said... But even if you can't figure out what that vision...
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. No. We must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated... This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine.
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep dark... What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in this...
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, at that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana. However... I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was... and I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero...
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need... Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and... There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero samsara, the situation... I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. I think they're deliberately trying to hide some...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage...
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them. You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time.
No, it's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimate
misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not true, even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out. By now, Even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing. Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us.
What a relief.
Traveler? Paimon?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Les... Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.